back for the Saturday podcast, and we're doing things the right way because we're going to talk about wrestling.
There's a wrong way to do this?
Yes, there's a wrong way to do this, but we're going to start off with AEW Collision. How did you like the show?
I fell asleep halfway. I ain't gonna
Oh, okay,
lie.
that's plausible. So it starts off with the Death Riders walking to the ring, and so Daddy Magic's on commentary, and he's talking shit to Danny Garcia, and Danny's trying to walk away, and he's still talking shit, and Danny just beats the fuck out of Daddy Magic. And I'm not gonna lie, I swear some of the hits was real, but then I realized he had a leather jacket on. That's why the hits sound like they were real. Because every time he hit the leather jacket, it sounded like he was punching the fuck out of him. But it was just a leather jacket. So yeah.
Why was he fucking with him though? Like, Daddy Magic, I mean, like, leave the guy alone. Like, he left you. Fuck it.
Because he's still mad. He's still mad. That's the problem. He's still mad. And I get it, but like this beef is over because he's not gonna fight him. He's not gonna fight him and he's not gonna turn him back.
Yeah.
So it's like it's really dumb, but I appreciate him still just being angry just after all this time.
Like, I get it, but it's pointless, like you said, because it's not gonna
Yeah,
go nowhere.
right. So now he gets his ass kicked, and now John Moxley has to do commentary. And I was like, okay, this is gonna be fun. And the Death Riders wanted taking on the Holly Bulldogs and Jay Lethal. Uh, I don't even know the last time. There's a lot of people that wrestled on this show that I don't remember the last time they fucking wrestled.
Yeah, true.
Because the Holly Bulldogs, I don't remember the last time they wrestled. I don't remember the last time Scorpio fucking Sky wrestled. And I'm like,
Um,
what the fuck?
I
Well,
don't
I
remember
mean,
the last time Jay Lethal wrestled on AEW.
yeah, I was so baffled. And Pac got the submission with the brutalizer. And then he called out Darby Allin because he wants to kill Darby Allin. And you brought something up, and I see it too.
Yep.
And it's annoying the fuck out of me because it looks like they're gonna kick Moxley out of the group, and Pac may be the leader.
Feels that way, yeah.
Listen, I don't want it to go that way. I really hope it doesn't go that way. I hope that everybody's wrong, but I'm just gonna go with it. Like I'm just gonna go with it.
What would you rather? Like, I like your booking style better, so
So I kind of don't know what I will do with them because I don't like the Death Riders at all.
yeah.
And Moxley needs time off. Moxley needs time off. And I know people are like, but he's carrying the company. Yeah, but he also needs time off. Let him go away and then come back as a good guy. I would like the Death Riders to just jump him and just like have no leader, be Bullet Club esque, and just like have no leader and they're just running around. And then like a few weeks later, they just all get picked off and they just all go back to normal shit.
Oh, Bullet Club don't have a leader?
That's the way Bullet Club works in air quotes. We don't
Okay,
have a leader. We don't have a leader. That's how they work.
got you.
So that's how I would want the Death Riders to work after John Moxley just disappears,
Yeah,
and
that
then they
that would
just
work.
and then they just fall apart, and I'll be okay with it. Because I just don't want them together because it's like nothing else to do. They've been beat 3 times. They've been destroyed. There's nothing else for them to do. Just disband them and let them go. Everybody go on their own. Let Moxley go home for like a few weeks or a month, and then come back a badass good guy, and then there you go. We're fine.
Yeah.
So then we had Aussie Open, and when they brought it up, like I just felt immediately sad because I knew exactly that it was Aussie Open. I just felt immediately sad that they acknowledged that they were Aussie Open.
Yeah.
And,
It's like, what
and I
the
know
fuck?
somebody's like, why are you mad that they acknowledged it? I'm mad because the way that they did Mark Davis fucking makes me so sad. And if you, which I know a lot of you don't know because a lot of you don't watch New Japan, which I will get into way later, but uh, Mark Davis, when he wrestled in New Japan, Kyle Fletcher got injured. Mark Davis was in the fucking New Japan Cup and fucking killed it. He fucking killed it where everybody's like, oh my God, he's so fucking good. He's so fucking good. He fucking killed it alone. Now you look at Mark Davis and it's like, oh, okay. You just exist and you're nothing. Okay.
That's like the definition of shell of yourself.
It is, yeah, it's just like, God damn, like, dude, like, you were like the standout. Like, everybody that watched the fucking cup was like, oh my God, Mark Davis is so good. Because Kyle Fletcher was injured and he had to fucking do it on his own in the cup. And it's like, oh my God, he's so good. He went to like 3 rounds. And we were all just like, dude, Mark Davis is really fucking good. Then we get here and Mark Davis is like, oh, Mark Davis just exists and he just sucks.
I actually forgot he
Yeah.
still worked there for a second.
Oh, I did too. Like he's another one of those people that just work here that you forgot that works here, and he's one of them.
Yeah. Like you said, before he was like the standout. Now he's like their real esque. He's forgettable.
He's worse than Day Real. He's worse.
But-
He's
Yeah,
worse.
but same concept.
So we get Tony Storm and Mina Shirakawa, and Tony said about Mina dying, and she's pissed off, and she's going to kill everybody that was involved in the murder. And if you're not paying attention, you'd be like, "Oh shit, that's right. She's going to kill all of them because they're all in the tag tournament." When you look at the bracket, they're not even out the fucking first round to even get to kill any of these people. So just looking at this, and it's like if you go with storyline booking, everybody that's in this has to win. Because fucking Marina Shafir and Megan Bain have to win so they can face Tony Storm and Mina, who have to beat Rio and fucking whatever her name, Windsor. Then
Yeah.
on the other side, you have the Sisters of Sin that have to beat Willow and fucking Harley Cameron to face Mina and Tony. None of this makes sense unless they win. And if they win, it's like you just screwed everybody else in the damn tournament. Because nobody's gonna be like, oh, okay, this person could win. Oh, this person could win. If an accidental win happens, then I'll be like, okay, well then you just screwed the story. It's it's mind boggling. It's mind boggling because they should have been out of the first round, and we should have had this set up and be like, okay, here we go. They're still in the first round. This is irritating. So then we had Mark and Mark, Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch,
Oh my
have a
God.
match. So Mark Briscoe fought Mark Davis, and the match was remarkable. And it's one of the matches you have to mark down on your calendar to take a look at. But
I marked out.
exactly, because this match was marktaculous. It wasn't actually that good. Fucking Mark Briscoe beat fucking Mark Davis. It's a thing. Yeah.
I was checked out. I was just like the whole Mark and Mark thing.
No,
Somebody
no, no.
mentioned it.
I know. I was checked out too. Then we had a backstage attack, and Josh Alexander's attacking somebody, and I'm watching this, and I'm like, I know exactly who he's attacking. I know who he's attacking because he's talking shit about Kenny Omega. I'm like, I know exactly who he's attacking. He's attacking Michael Nakazawa. So He breaks his leg, and then he falls on the floor, and Tony Schiavone goes, "Oh my God, that's Michael Nakazawa!" And I'm like, "God damn it!" Like it was so obvious. Like, why did you not get it? And then he goes, "That's Kenny Omega's friend." I'm like, "Why did you not put that together?" He just wanted to tag some random dude.
But what if he did?
I wish he did.
Yeah, because we haven't seen that dude in ages.
Yet one of the people we ain't seen in ages. And then we get MXM Collection, and they're in the ring, and it's the open challenge, and it's Taya Valkyrie versus Ty Mello. And then Ty Mello gets her ass kicked and choked out. They say on commentary that Anna Jay is hurt. And I'm like, oh shit. But then later on, they say on Wednesday, it's going to be Ty J versus Marina and Megan. And I'm like, well, if she's hurt, then why are we doing this?
It's stupid. Like what the fuck?
Yeah. Then Tony Storm came out and beat up Marina Shafir because she said she was going to kick her ass. And she laid her out. And John Moxley was shocked. He was like, oh shit, he beat the hell out of her. Like I was just cracking up because he just goes, "Oh shit, you beat the hell out of her." And like, but Marina's a badass, but goddamn, it's like the fuck.
That was kind of suspicious that he wasn't in the loop.
Yeah, but he smiled when it happened, so that was the funny part.
Yeah.
So then we had Kyle Fletcher versus Scorpio Sky for the TNT title for no reason, and it was a good match because Kyle carried and Kyle beat Scorpio Sky, and he said he has one more match and then he will break the record for most title defenses with the TNT title. And I'm like, okay, you're definitely losing to Mark Briscoe next week.
Yeah, he should have pointed it out.
Exactly. So then we had a promo for $20,000 tag team match 4-way. It's going to be the Outrunners versus Big Bill and Brian Keefe, fucking Juice and Ass Boy, and the Acclaimed.
Or not that claimed.
I feel like they're gonna win, and then they're gonna be like, "Fuck it, we're their claim again."
Yeah.
Because like they're mad at Tony for keep booking them, and he's like, we're just here for the money. We don't care." But you want this money. You want this fucking money.
Exactly. Like that's the whole point. They're here for the money. So once they win the money, they're gonna say it's a good idea.
Yes. So then we had a little Mercedes and Chris Statlander package. It was a nice video package.
Yeah.
Then we had a tag match with Maya the World and Hayana. And it's funny because of what happened. Because Maya the World and Hayana last week were just in the building, and because Tegan Knox and Miranda Alizé said, "This doesn't work for me, brother. I'm not taking a 3-minute match." And they dipped, Hayana and Maya the World got a shot. And then they was like, fuck it, we like you guys. We're bringing you right back. And they came back on Collision and they wrestled again. Now, the whole Tegan Knox, Nixon Newell thing is a contentious thing for a lot of the wrestling fandom because they're like, dude, you're not even that good to be complaining like this. You know, if they would have gave you an opportunity, you don't have any other opportunities. You got fired from WWE, this, that, and the third. And she went on Twitch and said, dude, I said I was only gonna wrestle for 2 years. I've been out for a year. Like I got 1 year left. I really don't give a shit. I'm done. I don't really care. And her partner, Miranda Alizé, she's got a lot of stuff on social media and things she said that is a little sus. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave that alone. But like this whole thing with Nixon New, like it brought out a lot of weird people. Some of the stuff they did was correct, but also if they didn't want to do it, they didn't want to do it. Like, who cares? Like y'all shit on them the whole time. It's like, who gives a shit? Like, who cares? Like, they don't want to do it. Who gives a shit? Just it was a big thing for like 3 days, and everybody was like, "Oh, this, that, and a third," and I was like, "Oh, whatever." And like another, the thing that like kind of pissed me off was like the TDF got involved, and it was like, I don't like I know that it was wrong, but like once the TDF gets involved, it's like, oh well, then yeah, this isn't fun anymore, and then you just check out. So um, fucking Rio and Windsor get the win because they have a tag match next week against Tony and Mina Shirakawa in the first round. First round.
Yep. Like what the fuck?
First round. Did we? God damn it. We should be in the second round. This is the first round. It is all coming up on Dynamite next week. So then we had a video package for Kyle O'Reilly. And they brought back from the beginning. They went back further and they made this a bigger storyline than it already was. Because, like, I was already invested in the story, but because they went back and dug and was like, hey, we could pull this thing in and put it part of the story, it's like, okay, now I'm more hyped about the story.
Yep.
Because Kyle O'Reilly brought up that a few years ago, when he had his neck fucked up, his first match back was against John Moxley. And John fucked up his neck more, which put him out for longer. He couldn't pick up his daughter and do all of this stuff. And I'm like, dude, I don't remember you actually getting fucked up by Moxley, but the fact that it could have had like it did happen, the match did happen, but I don't remember if that was the match that took him out. But just because that can be tied to this, it makes me go, you know what? This makes the story more interesting.
Yeah, because I don't remember that either.
Yeah, because like I don't remember exactly. They showed the video, but I'm like, I don't know if that's correct, and I'm not gonna go check because I want this story to be fun. And I'm like, fuck it, just ride with it.
Yeah.
Because like now I'm more invested. And then Moxley got angry on commentary. And the best part about this promo was the way he says Kyle O'Reilly. Like he doesn't say it normal. It's like he doesn't say it normal. He doesn't say it Irish. It is the weirdest way to say O'Reilly. It's like who says O'Reilly? That's not how you say it. It's O'Reilly. It's O'Reilly. It it is the funniest fucking thing. And he says it and it just sounds so fucking weird.
Probably has some type of accent we just noticed.
Yes. I hope it's just a Cleveland thing.
Yeah.
So he accepts the challenge and he says anywhere, any place. We know that's probably going to be next week in Full Gear.
Hmm.
We don't know what type of match because he kind of said whatever type of match. And I hope he loses this match and they just say, all right, he's out. He's going to take a break. All right, cool, whatever.
Yeah, this is his out, most definitely.
Yes. So then we get the main event. And it's the party match because it's FTR and La Facción del Gobernables versus Jet Speed and Juice Dito.
Juice Tito. Oh shit.
Because I don't know where the bro is, but Juice Dito was in this match, and this match was really fun.
Yeah.
Like this match was really fucking fun. Like the shit that Bandito was doing with fucking Rouge, the fucking ending sequence. This match was really fucking fun. I liked the shit out of this.
It was cool.
Yep. And Bandito got the one because he pinned Rouge, and that was it. That was the end of the show. And they went off, and that was collision.
That part I didn't like too much because it seemed predictable that Bandito was gonna pin Roosh.
But okay, so it leaves a storyline
Yeah.
for Rouge to get mad at him to go for the Ring of Honor title. Plus, the tag team champions still look strong going into next week.
Yeah.
So I'm totally okay with it.
Cool.
Like it's like it was super predictable, but yeah, I'm all right with it.
Yeah.
So then we go to WWE SmackDown, and it kicks off with expectedly unexpected Rhea and Io, and they come out, and then Charlotte and Alexa come out, and they're saying, "Hey, we got friends, and we're gonna do this thing. We're at War Games, yeah." And Alexa's like, "Yeah," and then Charlotte's like, "Listen, I fucks with you, Io. I fucks with you, Alexa. You know me and you got beef, Rhea. I'm good." And she bounced, and I'm like, I hate this. Like like I anybody else and like it could have been a regular story and I'd be like, all right, cool. This it doesn't make any sense. I mean, it makes sense because they beefed before, but they beef wasn't that deadly like, oh, I fucking hate you. That she's like, I'm not gonna team up with Rhea. And it's like, to be honest, a lot of people fucking forgot about it. Like, what are you like? What is? Why are you so angry?
That's where they squashed it.
That's what I thought too. And I'm like, this doesn't make any sense. Like, this was so stupid. And
Yeah.
it's like, also, Charlotte is like, she's like a really super good guy. So why are we doing this? This is stupid.
Yeah.
I was so angry at this. I was like, you don't need to sway anybody. Be like, oh, we need to have some like decision. No, you don't. You don't need this. Like, it was perfectly fine. We were going to this. We were going to the match. Everything was fine. Just leave it. It would have been fun. So then we go to the first round in John Cena's Memorial Tournament, and it's Miz versus Jey Uso, and everybody kind of was like, "We don't care who wins." And by the end of it, I still don't care who won because Jey Uso won, pinning the Miz to go on to the next round.
Should have been the Miz.
Dude, like I said, I don't care.
Yeah.
So then we had a backstage thing, which is actually like very funny, which I'm like, it's funny because the bad guy is telling the truth, which happens a lot, and it makes the good guy look like a bad guy. Because we had Ilya Dragonov with DIY and Ciampa's complaining about not getting his title match to Nick Aldis. And he's like, this is an open challenge, right? How the fuck didn't he pick me and then pick Johnny instead of me? That doesn't make any fucking sense. It's an open challenge. We should have this match. So I should have this match this week. And Dragonov's like, no. He was like, you're a dickhead. I don't want to fight you. And I'm not going to give you a title shot, which means Ciampa's going to have to beat his ass for him to take a title shot.
Yeah.
And he says, also, I have a match later on that I already picked, and it's going to be Axiom versus me for the U.S. title. And Ciampa is so pissed off. I'm like, he's right, though. He's fucking right. That, like, this is an open challenge. It should have been him.
First come, first serve. Like I've never heard
Exactly.
like the person that comes in doesn't get picked.
Yeah, it doesn't make any damn sense. So Nick Aldis walks away, and then he sees Paul Heyman and Bronson Reed. And I was like, I immediately knew what was going on. Soon as he walked, like, soon as I saw them, I was like, oh, they're picking Drew. That's it. That's exactly what popped in my head was like, they're picking Drew.
Yeah.
I knew exactly from that moment. And then Paul Heyman says, listen, anybody under contract can be drafted to War Games. Anybody, right? And Nick Aldis is like, yeah, sure. He's like, all right, I know who I want. And then they're beefing, and then here comes Cody Rhodes, and Cody is beefing with Paul Heyman, and then he gets in Bronson Reed's face, and Paul Heyman goes him to putting the title on the line. So it's now Cody versus Bronson Reed for the WWE title, main event of SmackDown.
Didn't see that coming for the title.
Yeah, the title was a little extra thing, and I'm like, oh, I didn't see this one, but the match like seemed plausible, but for the title, I was like, oh, that's new.
Yeah,
So then we had the U.S. title match, Ilya Dragonov versus Axiom, and this match was a fucking banger. Like, once again, Ilya Dragunov puts out another fucking banger.
it is like one of those fucking death matches, like you said before. Like every time he has a match with somebody with these, like he puts his all in it.
Yes. So then we had Truth trying to get in the Memorial Tournament, and he gives Nick Aldis his balls. And then Chelsea Green comes up and is like, hey, where's my celebration? I need my celebration. And he's like, yeah, it's not happening this week. She's like, well, next week I better get a celebration. And Nick Aldis gives her Truth's balls, and she goes, whose balls are these? Like, that was funny.
It was.
And people are saying that was a callback to something that happens later, but I didn't get it, but all right, sure.
Yeah, I didn't get it either.
Yeah.
I was hoping you would explain it to me, but since you don't get it, yeah,
Yeah, I don't get it. So then we get Sammy in the ring. And Sammy is talking shit about Solo, and he's gonna kick Solo's ass. And Solo and the MFTs come out. And Solo gets in the ring, and Solo goes, Sammy, listen, I used to like you. I mean, you took my title. We beefing and all, but I would kick your ass if you were cleared. And this was really dumb. The way that they did this, because Sammy goes, man, you know what? I'm glad that you say that because I am cleared and I'm going to kick your ass right now. And I know people are like, why is that dumb? When people are like, say that they're cleared and someone wants to kick their ass, you don't just go, you know what, man, I'm clear. You just punch them and then beat their ass and they go out of the ring. You'd be like, I'm cleared. Like something like that. That,
yeah, I agree with you 100%. This is up there with the whole Javon Evans calling out Leon Slater and whatever. Like
yeah.
it lost me with that.
Like I was just like, like it just took
Yeah,
the air out. And then Sammy was like, yeah, but I got help. And Motor City Machine Guns, Phoenix, and Nakamura show up. And they beat the hell out of the MFTs and send them packing.
yeah,
Like I was like, okay, I know where this is going, and we figure out later on. But I want to stop for a second and mention Nakamura. This has been a very, very, very hotly talked about thing for the last week because of the whole Nakamura not being Tanahashi's last opponent and the
yeah,
Okada thing, and it's been talked about for a week. And I know some people are like, oh, it's not really that big of a deal. It's that big of a deal when the TDF gets involved and it gets worse and worse and worse and worse and worse because New Japan fans have a right to feel the way they feel because we actually watch the product. We don't fucking listen to any of these Western fucking dirt sheets or Western wrestling. We listen to what's going on in Japan, and that's what we feel. And we are part of New Japan. We're New Japan fans, and we enjoy it, and that's our thing. We like that. I've said this many times on this podcast. If I have to pick one to watch for the rest of my life, it's New Japan. I don't give a fuck. So when we're complaining about this fucking Okada thing and saying, you know, we can accept it, but this wasn't the right call. This wasn't the call. You know, it should have been Nakamura. It should have been that. It should have been a thing. Well, then you have the TDF come out going, nope, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Then you get a Dave Meltzer report. That's not true. That's not true. Like none of this was planned. Then you get a fucking Sean Ross Sapp thing. That's not true. That's not true. You don't. The thing is, just because you're part of the TDF does not mean that you get to lie and say, "Oh, that's not true." When every podcast that does New Japan coverage exclusively, no other wrestling, every one of them hate WWE. They hate WWE. One podcast actually was like, you know, I hate WWE, but I kind of like AEW, but not really. I watch it sometimes, not really into it. The rest of them is like, nah, fuck it. I only watch New Japan. They do not. They can't stand WWE. I mean hatred. I mean, if you want to talk about real hatred, that's how they feel about WWE. And they don't watch fucking AEW, so they don't give a shit. So everything they saying is definitely strictly all New Japan shit. All three of the Japanese podcasts, they do not cover anything Western. And they hear stuff. And from February, this was the plan. This was the plan for Nakamura to wrestle Tanahashi. And things kept getting muddy. And one of the podcasts, the We Work Stiff podcast, start breaking down stuff from piece by piece by piece of how this thing was going. And they started to point out that the TDF was really fucking with shit from earlier in the year. And I knew this and I said stuff on this podcast because it didn't seem right. They went with the first thing of Chris Charlton getting suspended. And it was like, everybody that said, no, 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 this was something that happened over there. This wasn't had nothing to do with AEW or Tony. This had nothing to do with this. Sean Ross Sapp said it. Dave Meltzer said it. And to pull out something from Maury, that was a lie.
Mm.
Then all of a sudden, I came on this podcast and I said this because the G1 was happening, and this took away a lot of my love for the G1. At the beginning of the G1, Sean Ross Sapp reported, "Oh, they're very high on Takeshita. They're kind of thinking of making him the guy." And everybody said the same exact thing. Was like, okay, that has never happened. That has never happened in the whole time we've watched the G1 that someone leaks who's winning the G1. That's never happened before. And we're all just like, okay, what the fuck is going on? We all said that. I even said that on this podcast. I was like, yeah, they're talking about how Takeshita is in the run for the G1. I'm hoping it's not, but yeah. And I'm like, okay. It's like, yeah, this is starting to add up. And then when they got to the finals, people were saying, this seems a little fishy. And then they all of a sudden goes, Tony Khan doesn't like evil. And Tony Khan said, if it was up to me, I would not book that as the main event. And then we all just said collectively, yeah, yeah. That's all we said because we knew. And every one of these podcasts said the same exact thing. And I said this last week when we were talking about this. I literally said, if this Okada versus Tanahashi was the plan, why the fuck did it take so long to get put in order? Why the fuck did it take to the last minute, a fucking house show, to go, oh, this is his opponent? Tell me why. Tell me why. Because it wasn't. This whole Nakamura thing, and everybody keeps saying, oh, WWE wasn't going to let it happen. This wasn't going to happen. This wasn't going to happen. WWE said, we don't care. We don't give a fuck. If he wants to do this one match, who cares? Like,
Yeah.
they didn't give a fuck. They said, we don't care. They said it, like they've said it. Like the people who speak to wrestlers in Japan, speak to people behind the scenes in Japan, have a connection to say stuff. When they're telling you this happened, that this whole Nakamura thing happened, and WWE was cool with it, why the fuck are you going? WWE was the one that blocked it. It's like that's not what happened. We know what happened. Then people are going, oh well, New Japan doesn't want to upset AEW because they're partners, and we're all still saying the same thing. That's not what happened. We know, and because we're a small podcast and nobody really gives a fuck about us, I'm saying it. Tony Khan blocked the fucking thing. He blocked Nakamura from wrestling Tanahashi. He blocked it. And that's why all of a sudden, Sean Ross Sapp, Dave Meltzer, the week before started saying, oh, we know who the opponent of Tanahashi is. Of course you know because Tony said something. And that's why you're all of a sudden running with the TDF defense. Oh, hey, 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 we know what's going on. And we're all just sitting there going, we hate this. And everyone said the same exact thing that I've been saying for years, which now they are really pissed off to the point where they're like, yeah, we don't give a fuck anymore. Because before they were like, you know, we're not going to say we hate the fucking AEW New Japan thing. We're not going to say we hate it. We don't like it, but we're tolerating it. Now we're at the point where it's like, no more. No more. We're done. After fucking Wrestle Kingdom, never again. Don't do this shit again. It benefits nobody. And for, like I say, for all the Western fuckers that keep saying, oh, it does, it does this. Every time I see somebody, I want to lose my fucking shit because you don't know what the fuck is going on in New Japan. You're just fucking running with TDF defenses and nobody gives a fuck. And for everyone who's sitting there going, what the fuck is a TDF? It is the Tony Defense Force. That's what the fuck these people are. The dirt sheets, the fucking drones online, and I know people are like, what, the e-drones? You have not seen a fucking cult of drones like you've seen in AEW.
Mm.
There's a forum that I go to for New Japan stuff where I go and talk and be free and just be happy because I love New Japan and I go there. When the fucking thing dropped about fucking, oh, Tony didn't do this, it like WWE stopped it. Sean Ross Sapp put that. Everybody in the comments going, oh, yeah, see, you stupid people think that fucking Tony Khan does. Tony Khan doesn't have any problem. And I literally go, what the fuck is going on in this fucking forum? What's going on? And somebody just answered me who's been there for a long time goes, dude, it's just these fucking idiot drones that come in and are part of the TDF. And I'm like, I I see. I see. That person didn't say the TDF. I made up the TDF, so I'm just making sure that you all know I came up with the TDF line.
Yeah.
But it's it's fucking ridiculous. I fucking hate this. I want New Japan have nothing to do with no Western wrestling. WWE, AEW, none of that shit. Fuck off. After January 6th, fuck right the fuck off. Never come back. None of it. Done. Fucking done. So moving on back to SmackDown, we get Cody bumping into Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso pops up, and Jimmy says, I'm part of the team, and Jay doesn't look very happy. What the fuck is going on there?
Like, he look mad as shit.
Yeah, he's fucking pissed. So then we get Solo bumping into Nick Aldis, and this popped me because I wish it didn't happen on SmackDown. So Nick Aldis goes, listen, next week on SmackDown, the one right before Survivor Series, and that pissed me off when he just said the one right before Survivor Series. He goes, you and the MFTs are going to face Motor City Machine Guns, Nakamura, Phoenix, and Sammy in a traditional Survivor Series match. I popped and single handedly got sad at the same time because I
Same.
love Survivor Series matches. You love
Yep.
Survivor Series matches.
Yep. Yep.
Why the fuck is it
I
on
felt the
SmackDown?
same exact way. I had three emotions because you got
Mhm.
sad. I got pissed too.
Dude, why the fuck is it on SmackDown? It's literally a traditional Survivor Series match. If we're going to put it on SmackDown before Survivor Series,
Yeah.
I was just like, this is a stupid ass company. This is a fucking stupid company. Like this is some dumb shit that like you're not supposed to do, and it's like this is fucking stupid. Like the show is right there. It's right there. Survivor Series is right there. We can have one traditional Survivor Series match, two war games. It'd have been fine. There's nothing else on the show as of now. There's two war games matches. There's nothing else on the fucking show. This it's a Survivor Series match. Why is it not on Survivor Series?
Yeah. Like what the fuck?
This is fucking stupid. This is so fucking stupid. This company is fucking stupid. Jesus
Like
fucking who the
like from
fuck thinks this up? Who sat there in fucking creative and said, you know what? Let's have a Survivor Series match. Yeah, let's do that on SmackDown. Yeah. Who the fuck said yes? Who said yes? Who the
someone should
fuck?
have said
What is
no.
happening, dude? I'm
Someone definitely
so
should have said
fucking losing
no.
my mind. This is the dumb shit you have to put up with in fucking WWE. The
Yeah.
fuck is this?
They fucked up. Me personally, and this is just me booking it and whatever. I know I'm mostly wrong with shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Survivor Series should no longer have war games. War games should be its own separate thing, its own separate pay per view. They could do it. They could do it. Have war games as its own separate thing, and then leave Survivor Series as you know their matches and whatever. The 4-on-4, 5-on-5, whatever. That's the way I would do it. I'm probably wrong, but that's how I feel.
Listen,
Hmm.
from the age of 10 years old, when I understood shit,
Yeah.
understood wrestling the greatest, there were two fucking things that were the same. And it was War Games and Survivor Series. They were exactly the same. And I always wish that one day they could be married together into one thing. And this is the perfect thing. Let's have War Games matches and Survivor Series matches at the same time. It would have been perfect because it's the amalgamation of two great things that are awesome, and everybody gets on the card. What do? Nah, that ain't the way we're doing it. We're doing two of these things, nothing else. You can't be fucking serious, man. It's like it is the easiest way to get everybody on a card. And if you're like, well, we only have a certain amount of time, you can run these matches at any length of time you want. Even if it's like 10 minutes, you're like, okay, this is a 10-minute match. 10 minutes, it's over and done. You have nothing else. 10 minutes, it's done. You're like, oh shit, it's over. But you had the match, which fills up time and it takes you nothing. You can have every booking decision happen in 10 minutes. Like, oh, yeah, cool, it's over. Oh, okay, cool. Let's move on. There's nothing stopping you from doing this. You're the fucking booker. You're creative. This is the creative thing that you do. Why the fuck can't you be creative? Like, what's stopping you? A brain? Like, something is fucking stopping you. It's fucking right there. It is fucking there. It's easy. There's nothing wrong with any of this shit. It's fucking stupid.
You're absolutely correct. Like the one example I would give it would be like the Royal Rumble. You ever notice like when well I know you noticed, but I'm
Mm-hmm.
speaking to like the normies and whatever. They'll say one Royal Rumble. They say it's like a certain amount of time between entrances, and then the next time is something else. For example, maybe 30 seconds between 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
It's not always accurate, but like they get to choose how long it takes. So why not the same thing for war games or whatever? I think they always say the same thing, whatever. It might have been long as shit.
Dude, they like I said, it's a 2.5 hour show.
Hmm.
You can do anything you want if you fucking book it right.
Yeah,
Like it this could be a holiday tradition. Everybody on a fucking card. Everybody's on a fucking card. everybody gets shit done. You can have Survivor Series matches and you have War Games. And Survivor Series matches can lead to more shit on Raw, SmackDown, Saturday night's main event, a PLE, any of that shit. It can spin out. War Games, ending the feud, you start something new on Raw. It is so fucking easy to do this. It's so fucking easy. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with them.
Mhm. Like I actually like at first when they were talking, I was under the impression, wait, we're getting a third War Games? Because that's the way it felt.
Dude, if they would have did a third War Games, I would have popped because it's like, okay, this also deserves a War Games, and it would have been fun. It's like, okay, we get three War Games.
Hmm.
But if they would have did a straight up, hey, we're gonna do a Survivor Series match, put it on Survivor Series.
Yep.
Like I'm gonna bitch about that. Like, hey, this is a classic Survivor Series match. Like, what is happening, man? Like,
Also,
right? Mm-hmm.
the one thing we're not talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some fuckery is gonna happen in this match because Uncle Howdy was in the background, and they did the flash and whatever. So White Six is getting in this match.
So big because like I misspoke because it's not next week, it's the week after next. So basically, it's the same thing that I said in the fucking beginning that it's
Hmm.
going to be a three-way, and it's a
Yeah,
three. If it's a three-way Survivor Series match, I'm still going to be mad. I hate it because next week the Wyatts will get into it and mess with the MFTs, and boom, we have a whole thing. Like I, I'm really pissed off that they fucking dropped the ball here. They dropped the ball to like in the depths of hell, dropping the ball. That's how bad it is.
yeah.
I'm pissed.
So
I'm pissed.
I'm with you because there's so much they could do there, but they put it on a random SmackDown, two random SmackDowns in this case.
Yes. So then we get to the John Cena Memorial Tournament, and
Oreo.
at the same time, TNA was going on, and you were doing the play-by-play, what was going on in TNA, and you were talking to me about Nick Nemeth and Frankie Kazarian beefing.
Hmm.
And that meant Nick Nemeth was there. So I'm like, oh, yeah, it's not going to be Nick Nemeth. But I had already knew who it was going to be because I knew earlier in the day that it was going to be old radio Zack Ryder.
Y'all, he fucks with me. He fucks with me. He gets me earlier in the day, say something random, and like my mind don't be on that shit, and I don't get it. He mentions radio. How the fuck am I gonna think radio when he's Matt Cardona and talking about he's never doing Zack Ryder again? Yes, he was Zack Ryder. What the fuck?
But you should have put it together when I said LA Knight's theme song sounds great out of a radio.
I thought you heard it on the fucking radio. What the fuck?
But it's like it was just like it was worded so you could like catch the radio and LA Night in the same thing. Like, why are you listening to the radio? And why are you listening to LA Night in the radio? And like if you would have said it multiple times, it would have been like radio. What the fuck? Like who listens to a radio? And then it would have popped in your head. Oh, radio. You'd be like, oh my god, Zack Ryder.
I tend not to question you.
I see. So Zach gets beat by LA because we knew that was gonna happen.
I wish it didn't though. Wish Zack
I
would
wish
win.
it didn't either. But then we get a match. I mean, not a match, a backstage thing with Rhea, Io, and Lexa. And they get their ass beat. Then they start to come back by the Kabuki Warriors and Nia. They start to come back until Lash just murders everybody.
Yep.
And
She's
then we
she's gonna be
had
a major star.
yeah, she's gonna be major because she's like whipping ass and she feels dominant. And I immediately something popped in my head and I was like, oh, okay. I feel bad for Nia.
Hmm.
Because now you have the dominant big woman in the division. Nia's not just like the dominant woman on that show. You have Lash. Lash is going to be a problem. And like once they start to fall in love with Lash, Nia is just gonna exist and then go bye bye.
This is like the third time they happened to her because it happened with her and Tiffy.
Hmm.
It happened with her and Candace because Candace was a bigger star than her, of course.
Yeah,
And
this
now this.
Lash is going to be the big powerhouse, and then Nia is just gone. Like I see it happening within a year.
Yep.
So then we had BFAB versus Jade Cargill, and Jade Cargill is back to being Jade Cargill from AEW because she beat the shit out of Lash. I mean, not Lash, BFAB, kicked her ass in 3 minutes and said, "I'm that bitch." And then Mia Yim came out. And I'm like, okay, so Mia Yim's gonna be the next one to get her ass kicked. Fine, I'm all right with it.
Yeah. It's gonna be an awesome match.
Yep. Then we get matches for the Memorial Tournament, and it's Finn Balor versus Penta and Carmelo Hayes versus Bronson Reed next week.
Yep.
So I really want Melo to win because Melo's like he did his promo backstage and he was talking that talk, and Bronson Reed was like, "No, I'm gonna kick your ass." And because it's next week, I'm like, all right, they could do something where they could play around because Bronson Reed is in War Games. We could play around and have him lose, and then Melo goes into the next round, which should happen.
Yeah.
Then we had an Aleister Black promo, and they were talking about how they're going to kill Punishment, and they need to get rid of him because he's being a liability. I'm like, all right, cool, that's good. And we get to the main event. Cody Rhodes versus Bronson Reed. Once again, super happy for Bronson Reed. Gets a world title match on SmackDown, main event. Awesome. Then we get Braun Breaker out of nowhere. I swear to God, Michael Cole said the same thing. Michael Cole goes, "Wait, Bronson Reed?" He's like, "Oh shit!" He's like, "No, it's Braun Breaker," because he fucked it up because he didn't know who it was. Because I didn't know who it was.
Same.
Like,
Same. Because I was with him. I'm like, but I said, wait, that's not. Oh shit.
yeah, because like everybody was not paying attention, and we just was like, the fuck? Like, oh, there's Braun Breaker with Bronson Reed because they're having a match, everything's going, and Braun Breaker just shows up out of nowhere. And then fucking Logan Paul shows up, Jimmy and Jay come out to help, and they're ready to go. And all of a sudden, Jimmy's on the top rope, and boom, Drew McIntyre returns. And the funny part about this is the TDF reported, hey, Drew McIntyre got written out of this because he's going to film something and he won't be around. Yep, here goes Drew in War Games. Great TDF. Oh, and the TDF also reported that it was going to be Austin Theory, the fourth guy for the Vision. Way to go, TDF. You actually called this War Games completely. Also, Jimmy Uso wasn't going to be in this. Damn, the TDF gets a lot of things wrong when it comes to WWE. They don't have a line like they do with Tony. They wrong as shit. But anyway, Drew is now in War Games team. Him and Logan are cool again, which they wasn't not cool. But remember, they were a tag team over SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So now we're all just waiting for one person on each team to be part of War Games, and we know who both of those people are.
Yep.
And Madison Square Garden is where Raw is going to be on Monday, so I would not be shocked to see Brock and Roman show up on Monday.
Yep. I agree.
So it's going to be the Brock team with Division and the Roman team with the, I don't know what to call them.
The Avengers, as the internet likes to call them.
Uh, well, they could call him that. Let's go with that.
The only thing I just thought about as we're talking, right?
Hmm. Yep.
Roman said he didn't want to see his cousins till Christmas. It's not Christmas yet.
A lot of people have brought that up because that was a straight up joke. I I forgot about that. And this isn't Christmas.
It's close though, so
It
like
it's
I'll give him a
close.
pass, but still,
It's close, but this is gonna be fun. This is gonna be
yes,
fun. I mean, I'm not like super enjoying this. It'll be fun to get to this. I'm not saying like, oh yeah, like I really enjoy this. I don't really care that much. It's like, well, let's get through it. The only thing I'm more excited about is getting through it and then going on to the next thing. Because once we go on
yeah,
to the next thing, you'll be like, all right, yeah, no, this is good. We're on to the
yeah,
next thing. This is
yeah,
done.
true.
Like also, like we're getting closer to finding out all the final people that's in this tournament. As of right now, I'm actually kind of pissed of this Memorial tournament because Oba's not in it. But we still have a chance for Oba to be in it this Monday because he could be the guy that's facing Solo.
Yeah,
So he could be in it. Maybe. I know that everybody's thinking the same thing that I'm thinking is going to be Nick Nemeth, and we're going to be like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. Like, and the other person that people are saying, oh, it could be Joe Hendry. I'm like, okay, whatever. Who is actually signed to WWE, by the way?
yeah.
Yeah, he's officially WWE territory, so that's good. And speaking of that, TNA, Mike Santana is no longer the champion. He lost to Frankie Kazarian cashing in after an NXT run.
Which was crazy.
Yes. And I don't know how to feel about this because I didn't take it this way,
Hmm.
and some people did. So TNA put out this thing where it was like, oh, we haven't talked to Mike Santana. We can't get in contact. We're calling and we're getting no thing. We're getting nothing. Like, we want people to check on him. Like, and nobody's calling us back. We have no idea what's going on. We haven't talked to Mike Santana yet. And we're sending out a wellness check. And so nobody thought what some people thought because they go, oh my God, they're using this as an addiction angle. And like, this is a thing. And then Sean Ross Sapp goes out there and goes, this is all a work, people. This is a work. I'm not doing this bullshit. Like, TNA is not, like, I'm not going to let them get away with this because this is wrong. They're not going to use this as an angle. And I'm like, I didn't see this as, like, I read the post. I did not see this as, oh, they're using this as a fucking drug label, a rehab thing. Like, I didn't see any of that. Even fucking Pro Wrestling Illustrated said, yeah, like, no, this looks like it's a work, and that's what they put out. Like, who cares? But Sean Ross Sapp was like really angry, and he put out like, this is a work, and it's like, dude, like a lot of people said, hey, we don't like this. We don't like this because it's a rehab angle. I can't believe TNA would stoop this low. TNA ruined like their rep with this. I'm like, guys, where did they say he was on drugs and he relapsed to any of that? They said he left. We haven't talked to him. We tried to reach him. We have no idea what's going on. We sent a wellness check. We don't know anything. Mike Santana is just missing.
That's
Why
what they
the
said.
fuck did you go to drug rehab? Why did it go to drugs? Why I've seen so many people just all of a sudden go, oh, I can't believe they're doing this. And I'm like, they never once mentioned he was on drugs about that. They didn't bring this up. Like, where did you get this from?
That's on them, dog.
Yes, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I was so fucking baffled, and then like I seen somebody go, yeah, they just ruined their rap. And I'm like, what are you talking about? No one said anything. You just took this and went that way, which is not that way. It just was them saying, like, I knew exactly what, dude, normal fucking humans with brains literally said two things. They said, oh, he's going to show up eventually.
Yeah.
The second one was, okay, maybe they're writing him out to go to WWE. They just lost Joe Hendry. They might as well lose him too. That's probably what they're doing.
Yep.
Like it was just a work. It was just a work, and they fucking cleared it up the same night. So it was like I don't know. I don't know why anybody went the way they went. I was like I don't know. I have no idea why anybody did that. It was very weird.
Weirdo shit. And even on top of that, let's say if it was that, right?
Mm-hmm.
It wouldn't be the first time, like, in my opinion, TNA did something weird like that. Remember Wrestle House? Where I
Mm-hmm.
got fucking demolished on fucking it on Twitter for that shit?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's not the first time TNA did something weird like that. So it's okay. It's okay, y'all.
Yeah, like I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But whatever, man. Anyway, do you have any last